Hey, hi team. So let's get started with the Visual Basic, right? So as I said that Visual Basic is already the installed Visual Basic script, right? It is a scripting engine which has already been installed in this the Windows operating system. So I can open a notepad. I'm not going to start with the UFT, right? Let me start with the normal the notepad, and then let's see that how it is working. And let's understand what is variable, how to give the comments, constant, different data types, right? And then we can do some kind of the scripting, the hello world and all. And after that we can start with the UFT. Okay, so let me just open one notepad, right? And let's start it. Let's see that how it works basically, right? So let me just go and type notepad and say I want to do say welcome to Visual Basic script, right? This is generally we do. So I can give the message box, right? In the message box, right, even you can give the brackets and double quotes, say welcome to the Visual Basic script, right? Fine. And double quotes completed, bracket completed, right? Now let's save this file as the .vbs. Okay, we have to give the extension, say this is my first program, right? I can say that hello. Okay, so hello dot, and the extension you have to give it's .vbs within a double quotes or without double quotes, but generally we prefer that you should give the within a double quotes, otherwise it will save as a text file. So better option is okay, you have to save it within a double quotes. Let me just save this file. Okay, let's go to that location and then check it out. So how to execute this, right? I want to execute this program. So now if you check it out here, right, when I double click on it, so it is getting open, right? You can see this team. Okay, so welcome to VBScript. This is a very simple the actually VBScripting languages. And when we talk about the scripting languages team, there are different types of scripting languages, right? One is a server-side scripting language and the client-side scripting language, right? So Visual Basic script, VB scripting, right? Then the JavaScript, right? So these are the client, the based scripting languages. Now what is this, the client-based scripting languages or server-side scripting languages? What exactly it is, right? Very simple. Client-side scripting languages is basically generally we use like this, right? It is not executing on the server, right? So the validation part is getting done on the client side. Say for example, I want to validate the mobile number. I want to check whether it should accept only the characters or this the email ID, right? So that can be done using this the VB scripting, Java scripting and all. There is a server side scripting like JSP, Java Server Pages, Active Server Pages, right? That the everything is getting processed on the server side, right? And this is done with the Visual Basic also. Okay, we can embed this thing in the scripting languages with that ASP, and then we can get it this the server side scripting languages. Okay, we are not getting into that also, just for your the understanding purpose that I gave the the particular information, right? So there are two types of scripting languages. Anyways, now if you check it out, this is what very simple the Visual Basic. Just I gave the message box, and within a double quotes we have to say that welcome to VBScript, and it pop-ups. Correct. So this is what the message boxes pop-ups. Now what I want to do is say now there are something called as the data types, right? So we are discussing about this data type. So what is the by default data type in Visual Basic script? Okay, so there is something called as a variant. Now the question is, what is variant, right? The term variant, say for example, if I initialize something, say for example a is equal to 10t, right? So that the 10 is number, it's a numeric, right? And you want to see the variable type of this which is assigned the value to variable a. There is something called as a keyword called as a var type. Okay, so you can see the which type of a variable it is. Correct. Let's go and start with this the simple example. It's very simple example. So let me just open a notepad, and then I can start with say a declaration of a variable, right? So I can use a dim, okay, dimension, dimension of a equals to 10, which is not compulsory. Okay, the declaration part in VBScript is not compulsory. Underline the word. Okay, so dim, it's a dimension of a equals to 10, right? And then let me just increase the font size. Just give me a moment. Okay, so initially it's a dim a is equal to 10. Now what I want to check the variable type, right? A equals to 10. I didn't mention that which type of the variable it is. Okay, so let's just print a message box of a and save this. Say for example, this is my variable type, or I can say that it is a variant. Okay, so it's a variant example dot VBS. I'm not giving any double quotes right now. Let's see, and then save this file. Okay, let's go to the location and double click on it and then check that we are getting an expected end of the statement. VBScript compilation error, right? So let's go and rectify this. So let me just open it, right? So dim of a equals to this, and the message box we are trying to print the value a. Correct. So okay, no problem. Let me just remove this a and just simply initialize a. Okay, 1 second. Dim of a, and then a equals to 10 and message box is 10. Okay, see, it's a 3 lines of code. So let me just open it and then see that. Yes. So how to declare a variable? So variable is declared using a dim keyword. It's not compulsory. And now what is a data type? Data type is variant, right? If you initialize say b equals to double quotes, right, string, b equals to say hello, right? Now it will treat as a string, that the b variable will take as a string. Okay, let me just print it b. Now if you see that I am not specifying the specific data type over here, and this is the magic of the Visual Basic. Okay, let me just put it one more message box with the b. Let me just check it out whether it will print it will display a. The a is nothing but 10 and b is nothing but it's actually say hello, right, within a double quotes. So let me just save this file. Right, and then let me just double click on it. Now 10 is display and hello is display. So nice. Correct. And it's so easy basically, right? So remember, the data type, it's variant. Okay, and whatever the value you assign it, it will treat as that the particular variable type. So a equals to 10 means it takes as a numeric, right? And you want to see the variable type? Let's see in the next session. Thank you.